With apes figuring out that FTD data is at a level that we haven't really seen for a very long time, and seeing that the last time it spiked anywhere remotely this high we had a rise, the question is, does FTDs equal Moass? And whilst this is not an in-depth theory, I want to provide you with some information as to what the FTD scenario and situation could mean. So quickly, just to go over it because we have talked about it in grave detail before, FTD failure to deliver. We've seen these really spike up. The most recent data that we have though is from the 30th. We can see really from the 22nd, but even before that, we have seen FTD data rise. Again, it was up for a very long time, it's been high for ages, but particularly from the 22nd, we haven't really seen a day where it's been lower than 1 million, which is quite astonishing. Again, on some days it's coming closer to 3 million or 2 million. So we've not really seen figures like these before, as I have said, and it shows on the chart. Now, a lot of people thinking, again, because we have had that spike at the time that FTDs rose, we could be seeing something soon. Now, whilst that may be true, I'm not one to play into these theories very much. I think it's more important to look at what usually happens when we see FTDs in the market. And that's what we're going to be looking at here. It's from Investopedia, but massive shout out to the user 2021 underscore username. Failure to delivers. We need to talk. 2 images. Actually 4 images, let's get up the most important ones, and of course it is coming from the source Investopedia. Now, we already know what an FTD is, so this is speaking about what it is, but quickly, it is critical when discussing naked short selling. When naked short selling occurs, an individual agrees to sell a stock that neither they or their associated broker possesses. The individual may have no way to substantiate their access to such shares. And this is something that we have seen allegedly with AMC. However, an individual working as a proprietary trader for a trading firm and risking their own capital may be able to. Through this, we can see it's considered illegal to do so, but some in the company, or rather some institutions, as we have seen, have practiced ways like FTDs to work around that. So again, we're not going to be looking at the big description as to what an FTD is, again, because that was a quick paraphrase of it, reading the most important things, but let's have a look at when FTDs are usually used. So again, subsequently, or rather we should read this one first, that would make more sense. Yeah, so we saw back in 2008 in the financial crisis, we had failure to delivers increasing significantly. Much of the same kiting as check kiting, where somebody writes a check but has not yet secured the funds to cover it. And that's basically essentially what FTDs are. They are giving the premise of something without actually providing the reason of it, the actual actuality of it. And that's why FTDs are so dangerous. And again, we did see those spike in 2008, like I said, and tying this back into the wider scenario, again, I'm not trying to say that we are looking at AMC rising because of this or anything else, but one thing that I am going to highlight is simply this. We're going to come over here to Market Watch, we're going to refresh the page, and we're going to have a look at the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. Now, because it's the most inclusive and widespread of all of them, we're going to look at the S&P first. And I think this will give us a quick picture. Now, whilst the past 5 days over here really hasn't been too bad, it's been relatively flat, apart from this dip, but we did come back from it, of course. That is only half of the story. The past 3-month chart is looking abysmal, and the 6-month chart is really looking even worse. We've been dropping in the markets for a very long time. Again, the year to date, the majority of that has been quite red, and it doesn't look like that trend is slowing. Yes, we're seeing it kind of stabilize now, and the question is, are we going to see more red, or is this the end of it? But the moral of what I'm trying to say here is, the markets are not doing very well, or at least they haven't been. And whilst a lot of people are speculating that this could be a turnaround, that we could be about to come out of this crisis, this crash, and make our way back up, a lot of people think the opposite of that, and a lot of people are anticipating more red. So, does this have anything to do with the FTD data that we are seeing for AMC? Should it be something that we are concerned about? Should it be something that we are looking to? And could the potential of a financial crisis be beneficial to AMC's short squeeze potential? It's all just theory, guys, and I want you guys to know that before I do go. It is just my opinion. If you agree with it, fine. If you don't, also completely okay. I just want to hear what you have to say in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you think this is even possible? Or do you think it is nothing more than a theory which will not come to fruition. I'm more than interested to hear what you have to say, so do drop me a comment down below. But as usual, guys, I'm going to say goodbye.